What's going on, family? We are back joined with some friends on stream tonight for Foxtrot Family Night. And definitely want to appreciate you if this is the first time you ever visited my channel before. We are going to be getting and breaking down, I would imagine, to be a sad song today. Ryan Caraveo. I'm probably not saying his name correctly, but I do know who this guy is. I've listened to most of his projects, to be honest with you. I have not listened to the newest one, so I'm glad when I saw this one pop up in the list today, I was like, we should definitely do a reaction to this one because I definitely probably will like this. Because again, this is like one of those guys where every time he comes out with like a new project, there's like one or two on there on like each project that I've listened to from him. That like there's probably at least like one or two songs where I'm like, I fuck with it, super heavy. So this, I would imagine, is probably one of the better ones. Swandive. It already sounds like right up my alley. It sounds right up my alley, like with all the other ones that I got from him in a playlist. It probably sounds like it fits perfectly in there. All right. Did we thank Jessica? We're thanking her now if we didn't. So appreciate her for throwing the request in today. Let's check out Swandive. That chameleon line that he put in there, because it's just it's like I feel like that's like very relatable to people who consider themselves to be like people pleasers, you know what I mean, where like when you're around certain people you kind of tend to change yourself for them versus just being yourself all the time. You try to change yourself for other people. It's not even so much the fact that you're like being fake, it's almost like this idea of like, again, like more like people pleasing, right, where you're trying to make others happy so you hurt or change yourself for the benefit of other people. I'm just trying to get to what I really want. Sick of feeling like I live like a chameleon. Getting to what I really want, feeling like I'm living like a chameleon. Again, like talking about how like you're not even doing it for yourself, you're doing it for other people. Not to screw loose, but at least my ceiling gone. I could fly anywhere. I'm so high up in the air. Why would I pretend to care? I'm so good at blending in. They think I'm a friend of theirs. Yeah, tomorrow gotta clean up all the mess, but at least now I'm free of all the stress. Yeah, my headspace just took a Swandive. I get it all sorted by sunrise. I'll be alright, I'll be alright. My headspace just took a Swandive. I get it all sorted by sunrise. Acting and frontin', you could take it all from me. I was happy with nothing. Got some people mad, but I feel immaculate. Fuck it. If they got a problem with me, tell them bastards to suck it. I could tragically suffer up in the search to impress, but I ripped the band-aid off. It only hurt for a sec. Yeah, tomorrow gotta clean up all the mess, but at least now I'm free of all the stress. Yeah, my headspace just took a Swandive. I get it all sorted by sunrise. I'll be alright, I'll be alright. My headspace just took a Swandive. I get it all sorted by sunrise. I'll be alright, I'll be alright. I'm just trying to get to what I really want.
Even if I'm the only happy one.
I don't wanna feel like a chameleon.
Even if I'm the only happy one.
I'm just trying to get to what I really want.
Even if I'm the only happy one.
I don't wanna feel like a chameleon.
Even if I'm the only happy one.
My headspace just took a Swandive. I get it all sorted by sunrise. I'll be alright, I'll be alright. My headspace just took a Swandive. I get it all sorted by sunrise.
Just took a swan dive. I get it all sorted by sunrise. I'll be alright. I'll be alright.
I'll get it all sorted by the sunrise, man. That's fire as fuck, bro. I feel like one of the things that I like so much about his music, again, like I said, every time he's dropped a project, with the exception again of this one, I have jumped on it rather quickly. And the reason why I haven't jumped on the album, honestly, is, you know, I feel like it's one of those times where I talk about this a lot on the channel. I'm like, I like a lot of music that I like to listen to at nighttime because I have a lot of insomnia problems. Where, and you would think that I would like it when the sun goes down at 4:30, and all that kinds of shit, but I fucking do not. I hate it. I hate it when the sun goes down early. Even though I love the nighttime, you know what I mean? It's too early in the fucking day. It messes with me. But anyway, I like to listen to a lot of music at night. I like to do like, you know, go for like night drives and listen to like, you know, sad shit. You know what I'm saying? It's fun. For me, it's therapeutic in a lot of ways. And I feel like his music is definitely one of those times where that's when I dig into his shit. It's like when I'm probably like I know he has an album out there. You know what I mean? And I'm like, when I need it in that moment and I need to go on that drive and I need to check out that project, that's when I'll check it out. I feel like the same way about another artist on the channel that I'm not going to say their name, but I've talked about before. The same thing with them, where I'm like, normally it's like the day of the drop, I go and listen to it. But there's been like, ever since I started like with my YouTube channel, there's been like a few things now where I'm like, I do it a little differently than I used to before I ever had a channel. So, a lot can change in a couple of years. You know what I mean? I really like, again, I started this whole thing with talking about that. I'll get it all sorted by the sunrise. Like by tomorrow, it'll all be fine. By tomorrow, we'll just keep on trucking. Because like at the end of the day, like, what choice do we have to? I remember like talking to this one guy when I told him about like how it was for like my sleep, and like how I would get like sometimes like 3-4 hours of sleep when I was doing like this one project. The guy was like, "How do you do that?" I was like, well, what other choice do I have? You know what I mean? It's not gonna do it on purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, 6 a.m. comes no matter what, whenever I fall asleep. You know what I'm saying? The 6 o'clock and the expectation of me to be somewhere doesn't change. So what the hell else you gonna do? You know what I mean? And I feel like in a lot of ways where when it comes to like, you know, the depression side and all that kinds of stuff, like, you know, you get so used to it that you just, again, you just like, what else are you going to do about it, man? I'm going to, you know, I'll get it all sorted out by the time everybody else wakes back up. You know what I mean? I'll be all right. I'll be all right. We've made it through these nights by ourselves plenty of times. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, I really like what he does. Like I said, I'm like, you know, not every single song out there in the world is my favorite, but I really liked a lot of the music that he has put out there. He has caught my attention for a handful of years now, and again, like, you know, I try to stay up to speed and keep my eye kind of on what he's doing, even if I don't run to his projects immediately when they drop. I feel like they find me when I need them to. You know what I mean? And that's why I'm glad I waited today, because I feel like this song could get added to my repertoire now, and I really like this one a lot. I feel like he writes a lot of stuff that's catchy, you know, even if it is talking about sad shit, you know what I mean? Like, he writes a lot about like the human experience when it comes to, again, like, I think like just really deals with like mental health and relationships. So, and again, he's another one of those artists where I feel like you don't just go through a period in time, you know, when you've written like 5 albums and they all kind of have a similar vibe about them. This is your life, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely could feel that, where it's like, it don't matter. It's still going to be about this. You know what I mean? So I'm like, that's why I really like check for him that way, because it's like, he going to be writing about that same stuff. You know what I mean? It's always going to be about this, because for those of us that, like, you know, deal with that kind of, those kind of issues, like, it's kind of that ever growing, like, ever long, this is what you're dealing with. It sometimes it's going to be better than others. You know what I mean? So, definitely want to appreciate Jessica again for throwing this one in the request line up today, and getting this one reacted to. So I definitely want to appreciate you again for throwing this one in here. And yeah, I think that's all I got, friends. Be kind to a stranger. Tell somebody that you love them. And if you haven't joined the Foxtrot family, there's always room for you.